Hey everyone, welcome to Cal's 2-week baby update. So I've got Mr. Cal here. He's like half asleep kind of. What are you grunting about? So here he is. He's got on a little onesie that says, "I'm cute, mom's cute, and dad's lucky." And he's got cute little striped pants and his little trumpet socks. I love these trumpet socks. And a little hat. So he's still in newborn size, which I'm so glad that I have newborn clothes because I didn't buy any, but some of our family bought us newborn clothes at the shower. These little grunts. And I'm so glad that they did because he's been in the same clothes for 2 weeks now. So I don't know when he'll start graduating into the 0 to 3 months stuff. What's the matter, baby? Did you just hit yourself in the face? I just woke him up from a nap. You want that? No? Maybe? So I've kind of just been putting him in onesies and like sweatpants during the day. And I usually put a hat on him too, just because I feel like his head gets cold. Some of his hats, this one's a little big. I feel like his head gets cold and his feet definitely get cold, so I always put socks. And these trumpet socks, if you haven't heard of them, you should look them up. They stay on his feet better than any other socks, and they have like little treading on the bottom, and then some of them have like laces, like faux laces on them, so it looks like he's wearing shoes, and they're really cute, and they are one size. Well, I think they offer 2 sizes. So one size is 0 to 12 months and the other one is like 12 to 24. So I ordered, they have a box on there and it actually comes in an egg carton and it's a dozen socks for $24, I think. And then I signed up for their email, so I got like a promotional code. So I ordered 2 of those boxes and you just get like a random array of socks in those boxes, and they've been great because they stay on his feet and he can wear them for a long time, like a year. So that's awesome. Okay, I think he's out again. His eyelashes are so long. So what's going on with baby at 2 weeks? We've been feeding pretty well, pretty regularly, every 3 hours for the most part. Sometimes during the day he will want a little bit earlier than 3 hours. At night, the beginning of the night, I think I mentioned this last time, it's still kind of the same. Like he might want a little bit earlier in the beginning of the night, and then towards the middle of the night to the early morning he can just kind of sleep, and I'll have to wake him up to feed. I accidentally twice this week overslept. Like I set my alarm for 3 hours, and then the doctor said if he would go 4 hours without crying, then it was fine. So then I would set my alarm for 4 hours, and then I accidentally hit snooze and went like 4 hours and 40 minutes. So that's a really, really long time, and I felt really, really bad. And I accidentally did that twice. But I mean, he's fine. He wasn't awake. He wasn't crying. He wasn't screaming. Like, he was sound asleep right in the bassinet next to me. So I think that's just a sign that once we do get the okay to stretch out his feedings, that he should be pretty good at it. I've been using the Medela app religiously. Like, I won't feed him without having my phone right next to me because I like to track it. So if you're breastfeeding or you're pregnant and you aren't sure about the whole breastfeeding thing, I highly suggest getting this app. It's free. It's just called, I think it's called My Medela. And they are the designers of a lot of the pumps, the pump that I use. And all you do is it just tracks. It's just basically like a timer, but it tracks it for you. So when I'm feeding him, I'll track feeding, and you hit left side and it'll hit start and time it, and then you can go to the right side, start and time it. Then it'll say how long the total feeding was, and then you can also write notes. So I'll usually put like slept so many hours, or I had to wake him up, or whatever. If there was something that was going on or didn't latch on this side, whatever, I can write those notes in there, so it's just kind of helpful. And then you hit save, and then you can go through your list throughout the day and kind of see. So then the next time I feed, I can say, okay, last time he only ate for 5 minutes on the left side, but he ate for 10 minutes on the right side, so I'll start on the left side. So it's really helpful. And then you can also track your pumping, which I did start pumping just a little bit, like 5 minutes after each feeding, just to kind of start some milk storage, which I've got about 5 bags now just from doing that for a week. So just every little bit counts. So I will track my pumping on there, and then I also track his diapers on there. And I like that because I can track, so you do pee, poo, or both, and then there's notes. And so I like the notes part because with the diaper situation of all the leaking, I will write on there whether or not the diaper leaked and what brand we used. So we had that problem a lot, and it continued into this week. However, now it is pretty much so far. So I got rid of all the newborn ones. I finished off the Pampers Swaddlers and the Huggies newborn, because those ones, they did leak, but they weren't as bad. The Honest and the Bye Bye Baby brand, I had to just stop using those completely because it was every diaper. So I stopped using those completely. I put them in storage bags, and hopefully I can use them with another baby that maybe doesn't have that issue, or I can just give them to a friend. And now we are in size 1. So the size 1s that I've been using are Pampers Swaddlers, and then I also started using Pampers Baby Dry. And the Pampers Swaddlers in size 1 have still leaked a couple times, but the Pampers Baby Dry have not leaked at all so far. And I think I've used them like maybe 4 times so far. I just opened them. So I'm pretty excited about the Pampers Baby Dry if they don't leak. Oh, and I did try the Baby Ganix brand in a size 1, and I tried 3 in a row, and all 3 leaked in a row. So I don't know if it's the size, that maybe he hasn't grown into that size yet. So I put him to the side, and I'll try him again in a little while. But we'll see. So I have tons of different brands since we had showers and stuff. I've got like Target brand, I've got Huggies, I've got all kinds of, I have some more Honest ones in size 1. So I've got all kinds of brands to experiment with, and I like using that app to track which ones have leaked and which ones have been good. The Soothe shirt, if you guys, I should have worn it for this video. Maybe I'll wear it next week. But if you guys follow me on Snapchat or even Instagram, I posted a picture, but on Snapchat, I've been wearing it a lot. I like to wear it throughout the house. It's by the brand La La Lu Baby. I'll put it below. And it's a tank top that has a little stretchy panel in the front, and you can stick your baby down inside there and then walk around. And it's really awesome because, and also you can like pull it over. I can pull it up over his head, so he's kind of like cocooned down in there. And I don't have to like worry about supporting his head because it's fully covered and supported with the shirt. But also I like to have his head out, so I'll take it out and then I just kind of walk around holding his head up. But it's great also for feeding because I can actually just slide. So the tank top is kind of like one of those nursing bras where it slides to the side. So I can actually slide it to the side while he's in there, and walk, and he can eat, and I can be walking around the house doing stuff. What are you doing? So it's great for that. I mean, it's not you can't like do a ton of stuff walking around, but I mean, I can walk around and do things. Also, just when I'm feeding him in bed, like I still like to put him in there if I'm wearing that shirt. because he sits kind of upright and he can go from side to side, and it's just easier than, I don't have to hold him. What's the matter? I don't have to have my hands underneath him supporting him. Are you getting hungry? So it's really nice. If you are a new mom, I would highly suggest getting that or registering for one of those. What, baby? I think he's ready to eat, so we'll make this quick. So he's still in the newborn size. The Fisher Price swing, I don't know if I mentioned that last time. No? But we have the Fisher Price swing, and he likes that a lot. And then also the Leech Co. Podster is great, and it is the one that I have in case you've seen it in pictures and stuff. It's a baby blue one with white polka dots. One of my friends got it for me, and I keep it in our bed so that after I'm done feeding him and it's time for me to pump, I just lay him in that while I'm pumping, so that way I don't have to like get up and grab something, or it's just a quick spot for me to set him down. And it's kind of like similar to like the DockATot or whatever, or like the Boppy Lounger, where it's a place for your baby to rest that kind of cradles them. And this morning he was being so fussy and he would not fall asleep. It was like 6 a.m. after his feeding. He would not go back to sleep. So after, I swear, about 3 hours of just every 5 minutes me having to like put his passy in, change him, feed him, trying different things to get him to sleep, I eventually just like took him and set him in the podster next to me, and he fell asleep like right away. So I think it helps them sleep because it makes them feel cuddled and cozy and more like they're in the womb. So that was really nice this morning to have that option. And the last thing I want to talk about is tummy time. So I'm new to this whole thing, but I feel like tummy time is just so weird. So he hates it. I put him on his tummy and he just cries and screams, but I know that you're supposed to do it. I keep reading you're supposed to do it for like 15 to 30 minutes every day. So I've been doing it, and he cries and screams, but he does lift his head up, and then sometimes he falls asleep. And then like today he was on his tummy and he rolled to his side and then he rolled over to his back. And so I'm like, does that mean he rolled over? Or I don't know. So do babies usually do that? I don't really know, like if that's something cool and exciting that he did, or if that's just pretty typical for them to kind of get fussy and like turn over onto their back. But so he's been doing that, and we're just gonna keep working on it because he's really, really strong. So I think that he can already kind of lift his head on there. So I think he can start lifting his head pretty soon, and I'm excited for that because we have like a bumbo seat, and we've got like a bouncy seat. We've got different like seat type toys for him that we can't use until he can support his head. So I'm excited for him to start being able to support his head so we can use some fun new toys. And I think that's everything. I don't have his weight because we go to the doctor tomorrow, so hoping he's gaining weight. I have been like weighing him on my scale, like with and without him, and trying to figure out how much he weighs, but it's fluctuated so much. Like one day it was 7.6 and I was really excited because he was 7.2 at the doctor last week, and then another day it was 7 pounds, and then another day it was 7.6 again. So it's just fluctuated so much that I just don't even want to say like how much he weighs because until we go to the doctor. So I don't know if that's normal. I would assume that it just depends on when he's just eaten, when he's pooed, when he's peed. All of that takes into account for how much he weighs. So do you want to say goodbye, Cal? You're just a little grunter. Yeah, you're just grunting. Say bye. Bye, friends. See you next week when I'm 3 weeks old. Thanks for watching.